Howdy folks, I'm the Roleplay Gamer and this is Grey Goo. Let's get into it. Welcome to my very first preview video of Grey Goo. Grey Goo? Grey Goo. First of many, I hope. Alright, so let me explain what I'm doing here. I've just built a refinery. You start off with the beta. This is the faction, it's not in beta. This is the faction, it's called beta. You start with a headquarters. It has 4 nodes on it, so you can build a building, a structure on each one of those nodes. I've started with a refinery, which is going to send these little bad boys of harvesters back and forth between the extractor and the refinery. I can toggle this button here and I see all the catalyst, all the resources on the map, which I find very handy. We start with a scout. I am going to secure that middle top area, and I'm getting behind a little bit. I should pop out a factory, followed by another refinery. I'm going to get it ready, get it set up to take that area right there. Alright, so one of the most interesting things about Grey Goo is the, I suppose, asymmetrical factions. Hang on, let me just... No, that's not all what I want to do. Let me just pause. There we go. Pause the construction of that refinery so we can get this factory sorted out first. I'm going to come down here a little bit, just so we can see where they're going to expand to. Alright, so beta versus human. I'm playing the beta. Now let's unpause that. Auto rebuild units. I'm just going to pound out commandos because they're cheap. They come out fast. Well, here we go. What are we dealing with? Let's see if we can take that little sneak out. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. Nope. Oh, they hit hard. Okay. That's alright. I'll be able to replace them soon. So I am currently... Whoops. Hang on. I'm currently in the positive in terms of resources. So I am going to build another factory there. Alright. So let me explain what's going on here. So the beta have these sort of central power plant hub sort of structures that you need to hang these other structures off. And they've got a set amount of nodes. And it's really interesting because it limits you in an interesting way, so that you have to make choices based on, what do you need, or maybe you need to make more hubs to compensate for something. I'm not explaining this well at all. Alright, so 2 refineries on this bad boy, 2 factories, so that means I can pump out these 2 starting units, twice as fast because I got 2 factories. Hold on. Let's just get lots of commandos. Let's commando span for a second. Just to get a foothold. Then we'll throw in some other units there. Alright, so alternatively, I could have put a tech attachment in the place of one of these factories and thus been able to produce a predator, or maybe one of these bad boys, these heavy units. Alright, I'm kind of getting behind a little bit. So let's build a small hub, which is going to allow us to build another refinery and take this resource-rich area here, which is going to be very valuable. Now you may notice, hang on, let's move up a little bit. Now you may notice it gives you a resource income rate. So it's almost Supreme Commander-esque, but not quite. It's more that, like, the resources kind of work like they did in Command & Conquer. Well, Command & Conquer 3 at least, because that's the only one I really remember. Where you don't just buy a structure outright. It sort of ticks down as it's building, so it can pause halfway through if you run out of resources. But it just tacks on this, or not tacks on, that's sort of a negative, but it adds this income flow just statistic right here, so you can actually see how you're doing if you're gaining resources or losing them. So it feels like a quasi Supreme Commander type of resource system, streaming resource, but it's not quite. But I like it. It's a nice sort of compromise. Okay, so I should probably build something. I'm just going to build a silo on the back of that. And then I'm going to got enough resources, so now I'm going to put down a medium hub right there, and we're going to start building some serious units. And then we're going to come up here and build another small hub right there and take advantage of these two resource spots. Like so. As you can see, you can queue up buildings before the hub is complete, which is very handy. So now I can leave that to its own devices. Alright, so we're being scouted from the air. Maybe we want to sort that out. So, what am I going to do about that? Okay, what do I need here? I need a tech attachment. So I'm going to put down a tank and air, and then I'll be able to build a large factory. So a large factory works almost in the exact same way as a small factory. However, it pumps out 3 units at a time, which is real nice. Okay, let's move up a little bit. So I'm playing against the humans here, just because I'm more comfortable playing against them. They're straightforward for me to beat, I reckon. Because it's just one base I have to worry about. It's a single target. It's a well-defended target, but it is a single target. Yeah, so I've just done that to make it a little bit easier for myself. So when I slack off, and I will because I'm trying to explain things to you, I don't get my ass handed to me. Alright, so we're coming in quite close to the enemy's base here. Let's see if we can just harass their resources a little bit. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, really. We might pull back. How much are they going to follow us? I wonder if we can handle... Let's give it a try. Oh, shit. Let's take out the heavy hitters first. The revolver units. They're weak. I like the balancing here. The hard-hitting units are also really weak in terms of hit points. And the tougher units don't hit quite as hard. Which is a really basic and obvious sort of balance decision, but... I don't know, maybe I'm just not very observant, but it's not something I've seen a lot of before. It seems obvious to me. It makes sense. So that you can quite easily just take out the heavy-hitting units and, you know, get them out of the way nice and quick, instead of having this ridiculous tank sort of unit that takes a lot of damage and does a lot of damage. That's sort of obnoxious. Obnoxious to deal with. Alright. So another cool thing you can do is you can actually set rally points on units. Look at this. So if I move this unit around, the rally point is following them, and they can be anywhere on the map. And new units coming out of these factories will follow this this unit here, which is amazing. It's really handy. All right, so falling behind, we're being harassed here. So let's move these guys up. Alright, how are these factories doing? It shows you how long you got. So 6 minutes, 3 seconds now. So let's not have them follow. Let's just put them there. Yeah. So let's go Predator, Cloudburst, Guardian. Why not? This is sort of an odd combination. This is not what I usually do, but we're spitballing here. So what we've got, actually no. That's actually no. It's not what I want to do at all. We don't want a Guardian because you need walls. So instead I'm just going to build another Predator. Okay. Alright. We're doing alright. We're not doing alright. Alright, they're sort of steamrolling our resources there. We're falling behind. This is not good. Alright, so we need to score more resources because it's in the negative at the moment. So let's come down here. Let's just take our commandos, and I like this. You can build wherever you have vision. There are no annoying, tedious like construction units you have to deal with. Nothing like that. Alright, let's leave them actually... No, hang on. Let's just build a small hub. It's not at all what I wanted to do, damn it. So I'm trying to be neat and it's not working for me. Okay, so small hub. And let's take these resources because we're going to need them. Yeah, we're being sapped. There we go. Let's take out those pesky air units. Now we can get an upgrade that allows our, I'm pretty sure, our cloudburst, our anti-air units to take down land units as well, which is pretty handy. Alright, there we go. So let's just, we'll keep our guys there, just to, yeah, because they're scouting us, so they might get cheeky. Alright, so I'll show you the upgrade system in a moment. Remember I mentioned, I'm asking you a question, but it's just stupid, you can't actually, can't reply, but I mentioned before tech attachments that determine what units can be built from factories, which is an interesting limit. I say limit in the best possible sense because I actually think it's pretty cool, because it gives you strategic choices. It's not just a matter of in other RTS you just tech up and like it's a linear path and you just gotta, it's like a race to tech up. I'm gonna get out of here, see if I can save my units. There's no point, and in fact I'm gonna sell that hub because that would have been taken out. And let's get these reinforcements up here. Nope, should not have attack moved. Alright, we're good to go. They can see we're coming, so we're gonna take them out. Alright, so tech attachments. I have some. Each tech attachment gives you access to 3 technologies, right? See these boxes here? But you can only pick one at a time. So, oh shit, I'm going to deal with this first. Actually, by running away. Let's get out of here. This is not good. This is the second time I tried this video. First time the voice didn't work. The audio didn't come out, which is a shame because it was actually a pretty good game. Okay. Oh, shit. You know what? They're at the gates. Let's just take them out, even if we sacrifice our units. Take out the heavy hitters first. The revolver units. Okay. Let's set the rally point a little further back. Alright, while they're distracted shooting the factories, we might be able to take them out here. Yep, luckily these large factories are fairly hardy. We can repair all this. There we go. Alright, that's sorted out. So, tech attachments. Each one gives you access to 3 different upgrades, and you can only pick one at a time. But you can switch them out. It just costs time and a little bit of resources. So if I go, for example, here, the tank attachment gives me the ability to have my commandos explode when they die. My avalanche units can move while they shoot, and predators just fire a little bit differently. It allows them to retarget quickly, but I can only pick one at a time. So I'm going to go avalanches gain the ability to move and shoot, because I think, hang on, do I even have avalanche? Or is that absolutely pointless? I'm going to cancel that for now. I might want to reconfigure. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Air attachment. I do not need that, so I'm going to replace it with an artillery attachment. So it's now have lost the ability to build the cloudburst. That's all right. What is that? All right, it's building one more. Okay. Let's move these up and take out these resource extractors because they're sucking up this pool of gooey, delicious resources. All these veins of catalyst, it's called, do regenerate once they're sapped up, but it does take a while. So a perfectly valid strategy would be maybe instead of me actually destroying these resource extractors, I could just load up this free area of the catalyst vein here with my own resource extractors and take the catalyst right underneath them, out from under them, so to speak. Which is very interesting. All right, let's deal with these units. Oh shit! Oh my god, that's not good. Okay, so we're going to build Hailstorm and an Avalanche on both. Some nice big heavy hitters. So now we can go back to Avalanche, gains the ability to move and fire. Furthermore, there we go. Cloudburst can target ground enemies. Maybe I should have done that. Hailstorms gain the ability to move and fire. I'm going to do that because I want to do some sort of hit and run sort of thing with my big heavy walkers. And as you can see, as I've selected those, the other two are locked off. Now I can just right click that anytime, even once it's researched and it's all good to go. I can right click it, cancel it, and pick a new one. So hangars, harvesters gain additional armor, small hubs gain armor, and will now, alright. I'm going to go with that for now, because my southern expansion might be a little bit vulnerable. Here we go, alright. There we go, we're going to win this one. Ah, there we go. We're getting some artillery shots in there now. Alright. Let's start raiding. The voice acting's good. I love the certificate aliens. Bloody prawns. It's very fun. Alright, cool. So there we go. We got the hailstorms, which are very handy. So once they have the ability to move and shoot, we're going to really cause some shit all up in here. So yeah, that whole limiting thing, you gotta pick and choose. You're not completely locked out because you can change your decision, which is great. That's the key. You know, it limits you, but it doesn't cripple you. It doesn't punish you. It limits you, but it doesn't punish you for picking wrong, so to speak, quote unquote wrong. Which is great. Like, for example, I might show you in a second. I might get some air units up here, maybe. See how well we do with these ground units. Okay, let's just group them up a little bit. Alright, let's build a medium hub here. Take advantage of... wait a second. Let's take advantage of this catalyst node here, because we need the resources. Okay. Whoops. Alright, we're good to go. As you can see, it keeps track of your technologies up here, right above the minimap. Yeah, this is a good composition of units. That's the way you like it. Alright. As you can see, there's a nice long range on these guys. We've also got... hang on. Wait a second. Hailstorms are the artillery. We've also got Avalanche, which I think are really good at taking down structures, which we're going to need in a moment. Wow. As you can see, look, all these little harvesters. So there's an interesting thing. There's like, you got 3 options to harass resources, right? So you can... the lowest impact, you take out harvesters and, you know, just it delays them, right? Medium impact, you can take out these extractors, and then they have to rebuild those. It delays them a little longer, but I think the extractors are actually free, so it's not too much of an issue. Then if you go into their base and you actually destroy the refineries, then they've got to pay for a new refinery, wait for that to build. It's a mess. So it's sort of... It rewards you on a different level, different scale, depending on how much effort you put into, harassing resource lines, which is pretty cool. It's deceptively deep. It doesn't look very deep on the surface, considering how few units each faction appears to have. But there really is quite a lot of options, which I'm enjoying. Well, this is a massacre. This is a massacre upon a massacre. I love it. Too bad units don't gain veterancy, because I'd be like leveling up like nobody's business. But it is wasting their resources, which is great. So I don't think I'm going to even bother with those extractors. We'll see. I might just power straight on through. Mop them up nice and quick. Alright, so we are in the positive. So I'm going to... the hotkeys are great as well. It works on a QWERT system. So structures, light units, and so on. Anyway, I'm not going to waste too much time with that. I'm going to build a hangar, followed by an artillery attachment, an air attachment, and this is going to allow me to build heavy bombers. Hold on a second, let me just deal with this. Now explain this. Alright, so with the hangar, this is what I'm talking about with the strategy and how it limits you. This is awesome. So if you just build a hammer on its own, you can build Stratus, which is just an air scout. It's not going to do nothing for you except for scout. Can't attack at all. If you build an air attachment on the same hub as the hangar, then you can build 4 warbirds per hangar. And they're sort of they shoot missiles, so they can attack ground and air, but they're not very strong against ground units, as you might imagine. But then if you add if you add an artillery attachment, then you can build these Nimbus bombers, and those are some awesome bombers that actually do a lot of damage to structures. Now, I have the option. I could, instead of building that artillery attachment, I could have built another hangar and then build twice as many warbirds if I really want to go nuts, maybe taking out units, harassing resources, or if they got air superiority, I can just pump out more anti-air aircraft. But I've decided to go for the bombers, so it limits me. So with the one hub, I can have fewer bombers, or a lot of, I'd use the term loosely, but weaker aircraft, which is great. It gives you, it gives you that option. Now, if I didn't have this refinery, then I could build that hangar anyway, but I want the refinery there. The alternative is then I could build like a small hub to handle the refinery, and then I could have a large or medium hub here to just deal with the hangars and whatnot. But I've decided to conserve resources and conserve space, which I think is a perfectly reasonable strategy. Resources and space certainly is something to consider. Man, I'm just steamrolling them now. This is great. Alright. Now they could have, if they went into air, I haven't got any anti-air units there. But if it was a human player, they'd probably go into air and pick me off that way. They could have done that. They could have, reinforced the base with more turrets to deal with me that way. Or they could have harassed my resources. And just basically distract me, draw me away from the battle. That's another thing. Alright, so I'm slacking here. So the aircraft work the same way as Command & Conquer. You got a hangar, like an air pad sort of thing, and you can build only as many as you have slots available, and they come back to refuel. And I love that. I've always loved that idea of the fact that aircraft actually have to come back to base and refuel, or rather rearm. That's great. Alright, so I've already taken out their core. You missed that spectacular explosion. There we go. There it is again, because you can actually rebuild it. I'm playing standard mode at the moment, which means you actually have to take out factories and refineries as well. So as long as they have factories and refineries, they can keep rebuilding the core. And I just keep smacking it down. Here we go. I'm actually at the resource cap right now. So, sorry, I mean not resource cap. Well, I'm at that too. But there we go. I was at the population cap, which is probably why I was steamrolling them so nicely. So that's quite a sizable force. It's good stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to bring out more Grey Goo preview videos in the coming days, about a week and a half until launch, which is January the 23rd of this year. So more videos are coming. I'm going to be showcasing more factions. I can't promise I'm going to be playing them very well. I seem to have the hang of the beta. They make sense to me, but the other two factions are a little tricky. I will practice them to see how we go. I'm probably just going to be playing against the AI for now because, you know, it's not released yet and there's no one really playing. I haven't found any online games yet, but I'll try that as well. Anyway, keep your eyes open for more Grey Goo. Please ask any questions you may have about the game in the comments, and I'll either try and address it in a future video or I'll just reply the comment, you know, old school style. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer out.